Beep beep boop boop. Oh yeah, we're pee-peeing and poo-pooing. We do be kind of pee-peeing and poo-pooing. I don't like this. Whoops. Oopsies. What up, chat? Second stream of the day. Look at that. We're probably not gonna yap very much today, chat. We're just gonna hop straight into the reading portion because I am so fucking tired, but I have to finish my stories for my editor. I have to finish my shit for my editor. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I got back from my dentist appointment. By the way, 0 cavities. That's how your boy fucking does it. Ah! No cavities. Your boy fucking rips. I got back and I literally, y'all, so I totally forgot that, like, when you go to the dentist and you get fluoride, they make you fucking, like, they're like, oh, you can't eat for 30 minutes? She goes, you can't eat for 30 minutes. I look at the time, it's 3:55, and then I go, oh shit, I haven't eaten today. Sarby, are you flossing? Yes, but I don't do a very good job because I have a permanent retainer. It's actually funny, I was talking to them about this because some of my permanent retainers fucked up, like it's broken on the bottom and the top. I might get, like, next appointment, I'm gonna probably get, like, retainers for when I sleep, and I'm gonna get the permanent retainer off. But because of the permanent retainer, it's harder to floss my teeth, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all, like, it's so much work to fucking get, like, the threaders and then, like, do this shit around your permanent retainer or whatever. Fuck that. I just get, like, a dental pick and kind of, like, floss in between my teeth when I, like, if I can, but it's not very effective. But I do floss back here. The lady was like, she's like, damn, I can tell, like, you floss sometimes. And I was like, you know what? That's a compliment. From a dentist, that's a compliment for sure. But oh, sorry guys, I just smacked you. That's me smacking chat. I got back from, or they told me I couldn't eat, and I was like, fuck, I haven't eaten anything. So then I waited for like 30 to 45 minutes to eat. I ate, and then I got eepy and fell asleep on my couch. And then I woke up, and then I had to call my mom because my mom called me this morning and I needed to call her back, and then she yapped my ear off. And then I got busy doing some busy work stuff. But I'm here, guys. I promise y'all we would fucking... What a water flosser work? From my understanding, water flossers don't do shit. I don't know how true that is. I could be very wrong, but I literally looked into it and I've heard water flossers don't do anything. I've heard they aren't actually effective. And some of them just damage your teeth. I don't know. I could be wrong, y'all. I could be so wrong, but I just, like, the little research that I did was like, yeah, it can't hurt that much, but it doesn't actually do it. The dentist recommended me one. Well, shit, maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they do help. I don't fucking know. You never know anymore, bro. You never know anymore because there's no such thing as, like, ethical product advertising anymore, okay? Every product's gonna tell you that it cures your fucking cancer, and then you look it up and it's like, well, actually it only kind of cures your cancer. It's like, my dental hygienist recommended one, but they could work for big dental care. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Chat, I'm gonna skip saying hi to everybody because we do need to kind of crank out stories today. I need to just finish. I have literally like 4 AmITheDevil stories that I just, like, have not finished. They're not even that long either, bro. Look at this. Okay, this one's pretty long. I fucking lied. I'm a fucking liar. Okay, this one's not long though. So, like, I have 4 more stories I gotta cook through. I gotta get this done for my editor. I don't want her to have to sift through shit because I'm already probably on her shit list. I'm sure Zhivka like gets another video file from me and is like, this fucking moron. I'm sure she's like, bro, figure it out. Lock the fuck in, all right? Figure it out, lock the fuck in. And that's just how it be. That's okay. I don't know what just happened. Did y'all see that shit? What did I fucking press? Dude, I pressed one of the buttons at the, chat, I dead ass don't know what these buttons do at the end of my keyboard back here. It's like, well, okay, so I know what the delete button does, but there's PU, PD, and end. Is that page up, page down, and end? Who the fuck uses those keys, bro? Why do they even exist? I have never in my life been like, you know what I need to hit right now? Page up. Oh, Beans was here. I don't know where the fuck he went, though. I don't know where the fuck he went. I don't know where the fuck he went. Yeah, you glitched 2 inches over and muted? The fuck? I don't know. I don't even know what that was, y'all. That was so weird. OBS is weird, y'all. OBS is weird as hell. All right, chat. Let's do the thing. Make sure to like up the stream on YouTube, subscribe, follow, all that good shit. Am I the a-hole for punishing my daughter for not coming to my wedding? I got married last weekend in my parents' house, which has been in the family for generations. For health reasons, only immediate family was there. My daughter, 16 female, had been calling her new stepmom, 21 female, names like homewrecker and prostitute, and I have been patient with her. She assumes I left her late mother because she had breast cancer. However, I did not leave her mother for having cancer. Nobody decides to have cancer. However, her late mother kept using her illness to devalue me and my sense of identity. She'd criticize the way I was taking care of her and even stuff like my hygiene or the cologne I was wearing. She made me feel worthless, and I felt like she was projecting her own insecurities by saying the smell of my cologne was disgusting because she never made an effort to keep herself up. And despite the fact that I objectively found her disgusting sometimes, I stuck by her until my self-esteem was destroyed. I would work hard closing deals all day and be acknowledged for my efforts at work, yet I'd go home and she'd criticize and nag about every ounce of my being. I met her stepmom when I was in a dark place. She made me feel like I could be myself again. My wife made me feel unattractive and sexless, and with my new wife, I felt alive. Just the fact she appreciated me and felt physical chemistry with me made me want to do anything for her, to want to provide for her. Oh my god, I didn't even fucking clock that the new stepmom was 21 female. I just kind of breezed over that. What? Because I was literally, I was thinking in my head, I was like, how much do you guys want to fucking bet she's young? She is. I'm just dumb and tired. I did not read. Did I read that, y'all? Did I read the ages there? I think I did. But I just totally fucking spaced it. I mean, we don't know how OP is, but if he has a 16 female daughter, bro has to be at least in his late 30s, early 40s. Like, oh dear Lord. Bro, just say it. Like, there's no way Dude, imagine fucking ragging on your wife who has literal cancer and then cheating on her with a 21-year-old and then blaming her for that. That's actually the most fucking disgusting thing I think I've ever read. Wow. Just wow. Okay, don't get me wrong, Turbo. People with terminal illnesses can be a-holes too. I have personal experience. Yes, 100%. And what I will say is like, it doesn't sound like the mom was very nice to him. It doesn't sound like if everything that OP is saying is true, it doesn't sound like she was that nice to him. Does that give him an excuse to cheat on her with a 21-year-old? I don't think so. I think that's when your new wife could literally be the sister of your daughter, we're crossing some lines here, bro. That is on what the fuck are we doing here territory. That's crazy, bro. That's when I decided not to bullshit my wife anymore and file for divorce. Since then, my daughter's relatives from her mom's side have been poisoning her against me. Last weekend, when I and her stepmom went to the site of the wedding early, we expected to see her drive to the wedding later, but instead she ended up going to stay with her aunt. Everyone asked where she was, and there was chaos from my side of the family locating her. As punishment, I took her car and allowance away, and I've taken her phone away until I feel like she can learn to be respectful towards someone I very much love, and that it will be impossible for her to do that if she keeps having to hear from her late mom's side. What? And that it will be impossible for her to do that if she keeps having to hear from her late mom's side of the family. So you want to isolate her from the family that's saying, maybe it was not okay for your dad to be cheating on your mother, on your terminally ill mother with a 21-year-old. Bro, I really hope this 16-year-old goes for emancipation or some shit, because what the fuck? My parents have called and said that I was being too harsh. However, even when things are tough, I feel I cannot let a child of mine believe they can just do whatever they want. Hey man, that sounds like what you're fucking doing. It sounds like they're just following in your footsteps. Except for the difference is they're following their moral compass and you're following your penis. That is just diabolical, man. Castrate immediately. I wish OP's parent, dude, oh God. I wish OP's parents were more fucking mean to him. Just evil shit, man. Just evil shit. Oh God. There have been some real devils in this one, y'all. I can't even lie. I can't even lie. Imagine doing this and then thinking you're right. Exactly. Y'all, that was just red flag after red flag. There was not a single like, oh, hey, OP, maybe you're right about this, you know? Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's okay for your self-esteem. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's okay for like somebody to be hounding you who's sick. Like, that's not, it's an explanation. It's not an excuse. But that being said, you like work with them on it, you know? Like, you don't sit there and the solution isn't, I need to go find someone else. And like, let's be so honest here. I am not really feeling like I completely trust his judgment here. I really do think he was like, dealing with my sick wife is kind of a hassle. And this 21-year-old wants to sleep with me. Like, I'm pretty sure that it's more of that narrative, but he's just writing it to make him, but he's just writing this narrative to make him look better. Your teeth didn't get fucked up. They did not. They did not. They did a good job. And apparently I have good teefies. Hey, thank you for the bits, Lululemon. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I think I did see someone. Oh, somebody donated on YouTube too. Hold on. Anastasia, thank you for the $5 dono. Headed to the ER for an inferior shoulder dislocation, which is the least common type, but fairly normal for me. Oh my God. Well, I got you, Anastasia. We are hanging out. We are chilling. Thank you for the $5 dono. Hopefully this keeps you distracted while you, I guess, get your shoulder relocated. I honestly am not familiar with shoulder dislocations. Knock on wood. Never happened to me, even though I played the sport where shoulder dislocations happen all the time. I ain't saying she a gold digger. She could be. Yeah, I'm guessing like we got married at my parents' house, which has been in the family for generations. Might have some money. What up, guys? Welcome to the stream, to the new people. Guys, let's keep chugging along, all right? We got more stories to get through. We got more evil people to read about. We got some more evil people to read about, all right, chat? Alrighty. Hey, Debbie, thank you for the $2 dono. Just the dono, no words. I appreciate it, Debbie. Thank you so much for supporting me and my baby boy Beans. Guys, let's keep it rocking and rolling. If you're on the YouTube, make sure to like up the stream. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're on Twitch, make sure to follow. r/relationship advice. Girlfriend hasn't talked to me in 2 days after driving incident. We have a 27 female girlfriend and a 25 male OP. We're both grad students at a large school with roads running through. Cars and bikes share. Cars aren't meant to overtake cyclists on campus. I was running late a few days ago and tried to overtake a cyclist. I know I shouldn't have, but I thought there was plenty of room and it would just be one time. Cyclist turned out to be my girlfriend. She was really pissed, yelling about how I drive like a dipshit and terrified her, and I'm going to kill someone doing that. Hasn't talked to me since. How do I fix this? In parentheses, outside of promising to be more considerate driver, which I have done via text, but she ignored. All right, don't get me wrong, y'all. Cyclists annoy the shit out of me. That being said, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of one of those like, hey man, you should have been able to identify like I'm pro drive the safest as possible, even if don't get me wrong, y'all. When cyclists are in the middle of the road going slow as shit in a place where they shouldn't be, I'm like, dog. But that being said, to be honest, I think the biggest mistake here is not being able to identify a cyclist who's your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's what I'm confused about. Is there a bike? I don't think this is a bike lane. I think this is like in the street. There are cyclists and there are cars. No. Hey, what's up, Maggie? I did not get my van fixed. I'm in the process of getting a new one. That's so funny. I mean, listen, I think this is just I don't even really know what to say in this. I think this is just like, how are you so stupid that you didn't know that was your girlfriend? Should you not be doing that? Yeah, I think we've all made questionable driving maneuvers. Like, I don't know if we're gonna sit here and be like, oh, you're the devil for making a questionable driving maneuver. I feel like we've all made questionable driving maneuvers if you're a person who drives. I don't know. It's more of the fact that it turned out to be your girlfriend. Like, if this was a stranger, this wouldn't have even been a Reddit post. But yeah, I don't know. I think, don't get me wrong, like, if there's a cyclist in the road, you need to be safe. But that being said, if you're a cyclist in the road, I think to feel like, I don't think, me personally, if you're holding up the road as a cyclist, you need to get over and let people pass you. Me personally, I know that's not the rules of the road, but like, I do think sometimes cyclists are like, well, I'm a cyclist and therefore I can fucking block traffic and I'm a cyclist. And I think that's kind of annoying. Cyclists are entitled to use the road too, even if it's annoying. Yes, 100%. But like, also, I think you need to be aware of like, if you're holding up traffic, like at least be like, pull off to the side, you know? Yeah, not a devil, just an idiot. That's how, oh, sorry, I'm not on the right screen. Not a devil, just an idiot. That's how I feel, Marmonodes. Like, Like, I'm still like, bro, how did you look at this cyclist and you didn't go, oh, that's my girlfriend? Like, don't you know what your girlfriend looks like from behind? Don't you know what her bike looks like? Like, yeah, I don't know. Cynthia, from my understanding, this is a shared road. I don't know. And like, also, he wasn't very descriptive of like how close he came to hitting this person. Like, he never said. He just said like, oh, I overtook them, you know, and then they got mad because I'm not supposed to overtake them. Well, here's the thing, Mbem, is like, maybe he did safely overtake and pass her, but she was just pissed because he wasn't supposed to do that. Cyclists can be very annoying, but you're also driving a 1,000-pound car and they have no protection against maybe a helmet. And they have no protection besides maybe a helmet. You can be annoyed and also safely overtake and pass. I agree. And like, who knows? Maybe he did safely overtake and pass, but it sounds like she's just mad because he wasn't supposed to be doing that. No, it's more annoying, people walking at night in dark clothes on the road. Dude, I hate that shit. Yeah, to be honest, Crystal Crow, I think as a cyclist, like, unless you have bike lanes, biking is like super dangerous. Like, I wouldn't bike anywhere that didn't have bike lanes, you know? Just because there are stupid people out there. But I think it should be a give. I know legally and technically they have the right of the road as well. But I think if you're driving something, it's like if you're driving a slow car, you need to get over for people. Like, you need to get over so people can get past you. And I feel like bikes are the same. If you're riding your bike and there's clearly someone like trying to pass you, just like go off to the side for a second, let them pass you, and then continue using the road. To me, it's kind of annoying if this bike is just like, oh, well, I can be here, so I'm just gonna go on this road going slow as fuck, holding up everybody else. Like, that's kind of just a very entitled way to go about life. Yeah, thank you, Lodi Bortolodi. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's a courtesy. Like, if you're walking really slow on the sidewalk and you're blocking someone walking really, really fast, you should just pull over to the side and let them walk past you, you know, if it's noticeable. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would have put that in Am I the Devil? I would have put that in Am I a fucking moron? Like, how did you not know that was your girlfriend? Hey, Roadkill, thank you for resubscribing with Prime and been subscribed for 6 months. I appreciate you. Roadkill is a crazy name for this story. True. To be honest, cyclists almost have more rights on the road than cars at this point. Yeah. I don't know. I think this one's kind of mid for an Am I the Devil post. Especially a very upvoted Am I the Devil post. Like, I mean, this shit got 1.1k upvotes. For what? Wait. There is, okay, so there is like a little comment here from OOP's comments that someone collected. Have you apologized in real life? I tried when she was yelling at me immediately after, but she wasn't really receptive. Cars aren't meant to overtake cyclists. It's not a law or anything. It's just discouraged because we have narrow roads in a really hilly area. Listen, I know like legally you're probably not like, I know like legally you probably have the same rights to the road, but like, dude, if you're gonna go slow in a spot where people are traditionally gonna go fast, you can't sit there and expect them not to try to pass you. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I have a controversial take on this, but I'm like, dude, if you're a cyclist, don't get me wrong, you have a right to the road, but you also have a right to be respectful of all the other things happening on the road. You can't just go on the road and then expect that everybody has to cater towards you and your needs, you know? Don't get me wrong, be safe. If you are going to overtake a bike, don't go fast. Don't get super close to them if you can avoid it. But like, also, if you're on a bike, bro, make it easy for someone to overtake you. Yeah, bro. Honestly, dude, the electric bikes and the birds and shit like that, like I avoid those things as much as I can. Sometimes there's horrifying posts and then there's just extra, read all about it. Dumb man does something pretty stupid. Like, to be honest, y'all, I really think the only thing he did wrong here was like not identifying that this is his girlfriend. Like, if I too were in a hurry and there was a cyclist in front of me, I'd be like, dog, as soon as I can, I'm gonna pass you. Like, as safe as possible, you know? That's so funny. All right, here we go. Guys, this one might be a little heavy, just a heads up. Just a wee bit heavy. Just giving you guys the heads up here. This one's also very long, but okay. R/parenting. How do I help daughter get past childhood abuse? So I've been recently working things out with my 16-year-old daughter. When she was around 5 or 6 years old, I started hitting her and said many things that I now regret over her grades, piano, etc. Before that, she was very extroverted and outgoing, but then she started to become extremely introverted and had a lot of trouble making friends and socializing. Her grades were awful and she got bullied a lot at school. Now we have a very competitive social circle and everyone else's kids were extremely intelligent. Academic-wise and constantly had all A pluses, while our daughter had C's and D's. Of course, none of the other parents hit their kids, which we now regret. We went through some of the things that really upset her, and here are the top rangers. One of the things she's mentioned that really scared her was this. Once in grade 3, she threatened to K-word herself after a very bad math test. We were at my mom and dad's house, and I was very upset that she threatened to K-word herself over nothing. So I gave her a pair of scissors and gave her 2 options. Either K-word herself and then I'd K-word myself after, or I'd K-word her and K-word myself after. Oh, but good thing OP added 5 words that completely erase all the awful shit that we just read. Once again, I regret this. Oh, well, if you regret it. Huh? What the fuck? That is an insane thing to say to your kid. That is an actually batshit crazy thing to say to your kid in response to them having thoughts of suicide. Are you kidding me? She also mentioned that I would chase her around the house with chopsticks or hit or yell at her in front of other parents and kids, which made her feel embarrassed in front of the childhood friends she grew up with. I mean, damn, bro. Where are the other parents fucking calling CPS, man? That's insane. Another instance was how she wasn't allowed to cry too much at home or complain about the bullying. In grade 4, some kids made racist remarks at her, and she came home crying and wishing they died and called them bitches. I didn't react in the best way and hit her for it. And she mentioned she had difficulty opening up to me afterwards about her problems. Finally, she thought our family was experiencing massive financial issues and a divorce. she thought or you actually were? Oh my God, I can't believe this keeps going. There's so much story left. Just absolutely awful. I can't believe people like this are allowed to have kids. Holy fuck. When she was maybe in grade 5 or so, my husband lost millions of dollars in a poorly thought out business venture. Understandably, I argued with him many times and unfortunately did throw some things while she was around. I threatened a divorce, and during this time, she spent a lot of time with the couple that owned a laundromat nearby, and she's mentioned that sometimes she wished they were her parents instead. Another thing she's never really recovered from due to this experience is how she dresses very poorly and economizes? Is that a word? And economizes as if though she was living on food stamps. I think it just, and lives as if she thought she were living on food stamps. I think that's a better way to put it. Is this a word? I don't think this is a word. I'm so sorry, y'all. This is just me being petty thinking I know shit. Oh, no, it is a word. Spend less, reduce one's expenses. Okay, all right. All right, I was wrong. It is a word. What an absolute fucking awful mother. When we initially talked about this, she mentioned she didn't like my attitude. I kept telling her I could atone for it with my death, and I did get quite emotional and broke down and started crying and telling her it was all my fault. It's giving the traditional I must just be the worst mom ever reaction. Yeah, the suicidal threats are insane. Like, what if somebody tells you you're doing something wrong or that there's something wrong with them and your answer is, oh, well, then I'm going to K-word myself. You need therapy. You need to not be a parent. Like, what? I'm lost for words. I am lost for words. She mentioned I sounded sarcastic and not at all sincere, and that it was tough how she had to comfort me instead, especially since she was the one who had went through all of this. I'm not proud of it, but I get emotional whenever we try to have talks about this and lose my composure. She has a lot of difficulty making friends still. Most people assume she comes from a very poor and uncultured family because she constantly dresses in ratty clothing that looks like they came from a donation bin, and is always very quiet, which is especially detrimental since she goes to a preppy private school. Neither she nor her brother are close with their father, who is constantly away on business or golfing trips, and they were both at some point of their lives raised by a nanny, which may have caused them to further alienate themselves from us. I mean, what does the mother do all day? Did she say she works or something? Like, what the fuck? I don't get it, bro. Why do these people have kids if they're just gonna not be parents? I don't understand it. She prefers the company of animals over humans too, and this bothers me. I have no idea how to separate her from her pets. When she's upset, she spends hours in the pet's room instead of talking with people. Even though she's got severe allergies to her animals, it's also hurtful. Sometimes I feel like she loves her rabbit more than me. I mean, shit, bro. The rabbit's giving her way more reasons to love it than you are. Oh my God. You're just giving her reasons not to love you. Of course she loves the rabbit more. Since I've stopped hitting her, our relationship has improved somewhat, and so have her grades and her social life. But she's becoming increasingly rude and disobedient towards me and her father, often lashing out or having temper tantrums over the smallest things. She's also paranoid about people standing outside her line of sight and often skips school, screams when people enter her room and tries to get them out as soon as possible, or has panic attacks, none of which have occurred while I'd been hitting her and yelling at her. Oh no, my kid is doing normal teenager shit at a normal teenage age of 16 years old. And yeah, she has severe panic attacks that probably resulted in me hitting her, but at least when I was hitting her, this wasn't happening. How to speedrun no contact with your kids 101 right here. That's fucking crazy activity, man. I realized that I have made a mistake after her brother moved to another country, despite her father and I's displeasure, and we do not wish to lose another child. I think that's out of the window. I think that's gone out the window, dog. I hope this child fucking leaves you and never talks to you or the father ever again. You guys sound like dog shit parents. A psychologist diagnosed her with anxiety, depression, ADD, autism, a memory problem, and some other learning disorders, but she mentioned she didn't want to make a big deal and downplayed a lot of her issues in front of the psychologist for fear that it would affect her career in the future. I do admit I didn't take the diagnosis seriously at first. My husband and I didn't do any research and dismissed it as a way for the psychologist to make more money. But my daughter's been getting increasingly more agitated and often isolates herself in her room for many hours at a time, or had mental breakdowns, or mentioned she wanted to that she wanted to K-word herself over math, which has never been her strongest subject. Thankfully, she passed and is no longer taking the subject. One thing that bothers me is how normal she acts around other people. She could definitely pass for a normal teenager now, although she was quite strange in her preteen years. However, at home, she's often a nightmare to deal with all of her screaming and paranoia. Damn, it's almost like if you raise your kid in a way that encourages them. Damn, it almost sounds like if you give your kid trauma by raising them very poorly and hitting them, they're going to have more issues as they grow up. She also stopped playing piano on grounds that she had too many bad memories associated with it. And even when I try to coax her into it, she says she's uncomfortable playing, especially with people around. Can anyone provide advice on how to fix our relationship? Edit, she is extremely uncomfortable talking about it to a family counselor, so that's why we're resorting to the anonymity of the internet. I don't think this is even a Gen Z thing, y'all, because I guess technically that's Gen Z, but 6 years ago. I mean, y'all, I'm gonna be so real. I don't think it's just about the math. Like, I think if that's what you're focusing on, you're focused on the wrong thing. Cause like the parents have clearly not given her any tools to cope with stress in a healthy way, because whenever the kid was showing negative emotions, the parents' reactions were to hit the child. That's like, I mean, I don't even think this is like in above Reddit's pay grade. I think like you need to, like, your kid, it really is, you should be in jail. Like, somebody, I honestly feel bad. Like she was saying, like, oh, we would hit our kid in front of other parents and kids. Like, I really, my thing is I wish one of the parents would have called CPS on them, because what the fuck? This poor girl, man. This poor girl. It sounds like they're Asian, you guys, just from the use of chopsticks and stuff like that, and a couple other things. But they could be in America still. I don't know, man. This is insane. Like, I really hope the daughter can make it past the 2 years she has left to have to live with them and moves out and gets herself some help, because this is just insane. Like, this is just sad. Like, the daughter is literally being set up to not know how to handle anything in this world because her parents didn't want to be fucking parents. That's so incredibly awful. A lot of people ignore it because they think they're still better off with their biological parents than in a system. I mean, that's actually arguable, but maybe not these parents, at least. That's so crazy, man. Like, the call to action here is, can anyone provide advice on how to fix our relationship? I don't even think there's advice. I think that's just, you done fucked up. Well, I'm just taking a quick look at what everybody else is saying. Damn, apparently the kid... someone said, you have traumatized your child. She does not owe you to do family therapy with her until you have really worked on yourself. Are you in therapy? Your behavior was behind the pale, and you need to figure out why you did what you did and be able to make a plan to be a healthier adult. Then maybe, just maybe, she will go to the family therapy with you. Obi said no, but she suggested it. When she called CPS on me, they did suggest family therapy, but only if everyone was comfortable. So you guys are kind of right. You guys were kind of cooking with CPS wasn't doing shit. Yeah, this is how I feel, bro. This comment right here. I'll be blunt. You are a shit parent. She needs therapy. You're probably a lost cause. Like, that's the only answer. That's the only answer. Oh, I'm guessing this is just a throwaway, huh? Yeah. Okay, I think this is a comment elaborating on when CPS was called on them. The social work, OP said the social worker didn't see fit to do much other than suggest family therapy. So I don't think it's that bad. As harsh as this sounds, sometimes I feel like she's exaggerating her emotions to make us feel guilty and to get more things from us. Like, it's just like, as much as she made a post about it, and I feel like that's the bare minimum of what she's willing to do and what she's willing to take accountability for. She's exaggerating her emotions to make us feel guilty, as if you don't have something to feel guilty about. Your child has traumatic issues because you beat them instead of nurturing them like a parent should. Poor kid, man. I can't believe kids have to fucking deal with this shit. Just a perfect example of somebody who should have never had kids. Like, no person who thinks like this and has the emotional capacity like this person should ever have kids, in my opinion. Like, this is just such a dog shit parenting style. You are literally destined to pump out kids who are messed up in the head if this is how you parent kids. Unreal, bro. Just unreal. Less empathy than a potato? Yeah, for real. Oh, hi, Beans. Beans is here, chat. Look at the stretchy boy. Look at the stretchy boy. The Beans. Come say hi. Come say hello. Or show them your butthole. That works too. That works too. Long boy. Sorry guys, no bean time today. This is my second stream of the day. I gotta cook through the last story. And get to the jam. But he made an appearance. Roadkill, this is Am I the Devil? There is no happier story after that. Alrighty, chat, let's wrap this up. We got one more story. One more story of the stream, chat. If you guys are on YouTube, make sure to like up the stream. We got 112 people, but only 52 likes. I feel like we get that to 75, chat. Dare I say 80? Dare I suggest 80? Make sure to like up the stream. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're on Twitch, make sure to follow no matter where you're at, though. Turn on the post noties, baby. Okay, here we go. You know this one's going to be fucking awful because it's from r/pro-life. How to show empathy as a pro-lifer to someone that feels they were harmed by pro-life. 20 years ago, one of my closest relatives experienced a pregnancy that even many pro-life people believe is an edge case or exception. Pregnant at 12, following an essay by an adult. My extended family was very devout and pro-life, so an abortion was refused. The pregnancy ended in stillbirth. I cannot believe your close family could experience something like this and you can still be pro-life this hard. Like, what the actual fuck, bro? I'm sorry, but if you're pro-life after a situation like that happens to your family, even just in general, you just really are a shit human being. I don't care who you are, bro. If you think that a 12-year-old should carry to term a child that was put in them by an adult who essayed them, you are the bottom of the barrel scum of this earth. She had a lot of complications from the pregnancy that led to several surgeries and procedures as a teenager to try to fix things, but she ended up with fertility issues. In the time she's been married, she's had several more surgeries and other procedures and 4 miscarriages. All of this to say that she still has constant mental and physical struggles. In all honesty, she's probably struggling more physically now that, or excuse me, in all honesty, she's probably struggling more psychologically now than she was then. In the last few years, she made comments that she should have been allowed to have an abortion and was forced to birth. I don't know what they're censoring here, but I'm guessing what they're trying to say is, and was forced to birth that baby, all ending with how it all ruined her life. I mean, yeah. I think her claims are pretty on par. She's my cousin, more like a sister, really. I'm only 2 years older than her. Watching her struggles over our entire lives has been the greatest shelf breaker I've had to face. I know I had doubts, my whole family has. Minds have changed over this. It all breaks my heart. I'm often the first one sitting with her in the hospital when another emergency happens. I don't know what to do when she talks like this. Ultimately, I believe abortion is never morally justifiable. Yeah, so this person that I would literally consider a sister had this awful thing happen to her and then was forced to push out the baby that resulted from that awful thing, but still don't think it's morally justifiable. I can't fucking believe that. I actually cannot fucking believe that. That's so insane. That's so ungodly, brain dead. Brain dead. I know why I believe it. I want to be there for her and to be on her side. I just don't know how to do that without claiming or making her think anyway that I do actually believe an abortion should have happened and she is the... Wait. I just don't know how to do that without claiming or making her think anyway that I do actually believe an abortion should have happened and she is the victim of her first child. But anything I can think to say to respond sounds cold and lecturing. She doesn't need that and it's not helpful. Does anyone here have ideas? God, you know what, guys? I need to see what these fucking pro-life morons are saying, bro. What are these fucking rats of human beings saying? In cases like these, there's little you can say if you have to state what you believe and your disagreement with what she says, but do it briefly. Don't try to debate her. If she wants to vent, let her. In time, it might exhaust her resentment. Who knows? Otherwise, I think it'd be better to let your actions speak. Just keep being there for her and do so for the same reasons you are pro-life. That is because you care about other human beings and their lives. Gentle conviction. I fucking hate this. I fucking... You care about other human beings and their lives. Hey man, what about the life of this girl what about the life of this cousin who literally had her life ruined because she was forced to have a child instead of getting an abortion? Hey, what about that life? Oh, that life doesn't matter. That life doesn't matter. You know what matters more than that? The life, by the way, the life of a cell. Not even a life, a fucking cell that somebody else pumped into her at the age of 12 unwillingly. That's actually so fucking insane of them to say. That's so ungodly. God, I fucking hate it. I 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 hate it. They're all a bunch of fucking morons. I can't believe this, dude. I can't believe this sub exists. This is so fucking stupid. Somebody did comment, are y'all hearing yourselves? Y'all can't even be like, you're right. I'm sorry you were so badly and permanently hurt by the baby. It was super important. Sorry. Y'all can't even be like, you're right. I'm sorry you were so badly and permanently hurt, but the baby was super important. Wait, hold on. I can't tell if this is pro-life or not. Never mind. Ignore that comment. That comment's fucking stupid. I can't. Yeah, I mean, I gotta guess the fucking lukewarm IQ of this sub is pretty fucking low. That's insane, man. Just disgusting, man. Just fucking so gross that you would make a 12-year-old carry a child to term that resulted from the child being R-worded. I'm sorry, but like, if you believe that, get the fuck off my streams, get the fuck off my podcast. You are objectively a bad person. I don't give a fuck. Leave a mean comment, leave a 1-star review. I don't give a fuck. You are a bad person. Just undeniably a bad person. I don't need your view. I don't need the view of the fucking... I don't need a view from somebody who has the worst fucking... Yeah, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need a view from a person like that. I don't want y'all in my videos. I think y'all are fucking scum of the earth and you need to look at yourselves. Pro-life just makes me... That just makes me so fucking pissed. Pro-life until the baby becomes an actual life. For real. They don't give a shit, dude. They just want to preach their sky daddy and fucking impose their beliefs on other people. Freedom of speech, freedom to do whatever they want, but only for themselves and their stupid little religion, their stupid little beliefs. Fuck them, bro. Seriously. That's so insane. The fact that she can't advocate for herself and no one would listen to her. They aren't pro-life, they're pro-forced birth, for real. Nah, bro, they don't give a fuck about the life of that kid. They don't give a damn about the life of kids, bro. God, there were some fucking awful stories in this one. I feel bad for my editor to have to go through all this shit, man. Just the worst human beings, bro. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. That's insane. That's so fucking crazy. They want baby machines, not women. That's crazy, man. I can't believe those are actual words someone typed. Yeah, my basically sister had the worst thing happen to her, and now it's drastically diminishing her quality of life as an adult. But I still want to tell her that what they did to her was the right thing to do. Unreal. Unfucking real. If men had to give birth, there'd be abortion drive-thrus. Yeah, bro, it is really about control, Arlo. I agree. It's not even in the slightest about pro-life. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. Hey, what's up, Josie? We probably are gonna... That was the last story, so we're probably gonna end the live here in a bit. We did hit an hour. Beans, come here. We need a hug. Come here, baby boy. Oh, the baby boy. Big hug. Hi, buddy. Oh, it's okay. I just want to give you a big hug. I'm sorry. Quick big hug. Quick big hug. Okay, you're good. You're good. Go, 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 go. Okay. All right. Okay. Did you guys hear his little meow? Did you guys hear his little, I don't want to be hugged? Beans. Sending pets to Beans. Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, you know what, guys? It's getting... We gotta feed the handsome man. We gotta feed him. It's past feeding time. I forgot to feed him before I went live. So I'm gonna go, guys. I'm gonna go feed Beans. I'm gonna go snuggle with him a little bit. Oh, Dragon, thank you for the 2 gifted. I appreciate ya. God, what a fucking awful thing of stories, y'all. Awful, awful. I gotta get back to like reading for these kinds of videos so that I don't have to fucking read like 15 of these in 2 days or 3 days or whatever. Oh, just awful shit. Chat, I'm gonna be live again tomorrow. I think I'm gonna try to steamroll through Best of Redditor updates because we do have 15 most Best of Redditor updates of August video to record. I might try to steamroll through at least half of it, if not all of it tomorrow. So yeah, plan on me being live. All right, chat. Everybody have a good night. I'm gonna go work out. Y'all better be liked, comment, subscribed on the video. Make sure you're following me on Twitch. Make sure you're, I don't know, doing all the, oh, join the Discord pinned at the top of the chats. Okay, guys. Alrighty. See you guys tomorrow. Love y'all. Bye.